What's up, boys and girls? This is Lance White, and you are watching WGS-TV.
You have warped your way into another episode of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. I'm the WrestleGamer that will be Billy Boudreaux. I'm going to talk about NXT from last night, or officially, guys and gals, the week of June 3rd, 2015. And I got to say, I always thoroughly enjoy watching NXT. Because, again, it's giving us a glimpse of, excuse me, as I get a little sip of Coke Zero. Not a sponsor, but I just love the damn taste of Coke Zero. Tastes better than regular Coke, I'll tell you that. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, NXT. I truly enjoy it because I've said it for a long time. Whatever they're doing over there, they're doing it right. And they need to take those people and move them to the main roster. Because then it'll make Raw and SmackDown actually worth watching. Now, the opening match, Tyler Breeze and Adam Rose, a strong opening into it. You can kind of see the Exotic Express gimmick and the Rosebuds the gimmick kind of dying a bit every time now that we see Adam Rose go out there, especially now that he's out there by himself. Rose dominated about 80-85% of the match until they came down to the finish, which was Tyler Breeze hitting the beauty shot on Adam Rose to pick up the win. Eva Marie was nearly booed out of NXT, and just rightfully so, and it was justified. She was out there to make an announcement that she was going to be joining the ranks of NXT, and in my personal opinion, should have started in NXT instead of going, oh, I'm hot, I got red hair, I'm going to go out there and choke on somebody's you-know-what, and get on the main roster even though I completely suck in the ring and out the ring as well. She should have started in NXT to begin with. She shouldn't have been there on the main roster to start. She should have started there, worked her way to the main roster. Instead, she was on the main roster when there are so many more talented NXT divas who should have had her spot, in my opinion. You know, they're screaming, you can't wrestle, and they wouldn't let her get in a word edgewise. And by the way, if you're that one lone Eva Marie fan, first off, why are you a fan of Eva Marie to begin with? Again, I cannot think of any good points about Eva Marie. Yeah, she's eye candy. That's it. That's it. There is nothing more about her. She's not good on the mic. She has no good in-ring skills. What can she contribute to NXT? Now, from what some of you guys have been telling me on the Facebook page, that she's being trained. I think Yel Vanderresh said that she's being trained by Brian Kendrick, of all people. Kendrick is a good talent. I'm surprised he hasn't been used more by WWE, because I thought it was great when he was back there. Even though it was for one match only. It was still a damn good match. Tell you what, she better have gotten some good training from Kendrick. Because other than that, I don't want to waste my time on Eva Marie. And I think this is probably the most time I've ever spent talking about Eva Marie on this channel. This is the most time. Because basically I say Eva Marie, next. And I've spent about a good minute and a half, 2 minutes, talking about freaking Eva Marie. And I don't know why I keep talking about it. Let's move on to actual divas who know how to work inside the ring, and that's Carmella and Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss apparently now full-on heel turn. She's no more of the sparkle queen, stuff like that. You know, she's not that princess anymore. Now she's the bad girl of Blake and Murphy. She looks good in their gear, though, I can tell you that. I'll definitely give a thumbs up to that, and to Carmella too. And you can kind of tell that they were doing the full-on heel turn for Alexa, especially with the finish of this match. Alexa rolling up Carmella and holding the ropes. But again, these two, I'd rather watch them than Eva Marie. That's how much I don't like Eva Marie. I don't know who's worse. Eva Marie or the diva that apparently James thinks I like in combination of a certain aquatic creature that I'm not even going to talk about on here. The Vaudevillians would make their return. I have no idea where the Vaudevillians have been. I haven't seen them, I think, since their championship lost to the Lucha Dragons, I think back in February on NXT TakeOver. And that would be, the same one where Kevin Owens won the championship. It's surprising how over these guys are. Simon Gotch and Aiden English. It's like they never left. And they're just insanely popular in NXT. Now, can they take that momentum of what they're doing in NXT over to the main roster? Because sometimes it can work for some people and some people it can't. We know how dominant the Ascension was in NXT. And right now, WWE Creative just doing jack with them. I don't want the Vaudevillians to fall into that same category, where they bring them up to the main roster just to do nothing with them. They would take on Jason Jordan and Marcus Louie. Last time I saw Marcus Louie, he kind of got cuckoo in his mind when Tyler Breeze kind of called him an uggo. And then all of a sudden, the only times we'd seen him would be like flashes in the crowd. Even the commentators wouldn't even acknowledge that Marcus Louie was out there. What the hell is Louie doing? Like his own little version of Mankind? He was kind of like, it's like he smelled something bad. He's like, what does that smell? Like, what does that smell? Why does something stink in here? Like, I can't get rid of that smell. That's kind of how the face he had. He was like, I can't get rid of that stink. It just stinks too much. Like, and that's pretty much what we had out of Marcus Louie. The Vaudevillians would hit the Whirly Dervish on Marcus Louie, which is like a combination of a European uppercut and a neck breaker on Marcus Louie to pick up the win. So Jason Jordan is once again stuck looking for another tag team partner. The main event, Finn Balor and Rhyno. What a great way to cap off NXT this week. Finn Balor and Rhyno. What an amazing match between these two. Rhyno would go for the Gore. Balor countered into a Schoolboy pin to pick up the win. And then as he was celebrating on the stage, Rhyno would come up and gore Finn Balor on the stage. And man, want to talk about taking a huge bump on the staging area. That's exactly what Balor did. And last thing I want to acknowledge on this review is the announcement that William Regal made for there's a special going on the July 4th where WWE and NXT will be in Tokyo, and it'll be streaming live on the WWE Network, where Finn Balor will take on Kevin Owens for the NXT Championship, which kind of leads me to believe that whatever is going to happen on SmackDown with the NXT Championship Open Challenge, that Kevin Owens is going to ultimately retain it, kind of like what they've been doing with John Cena. But can he bring the same legitimacy? I don't think the NXT Championship really needs to have any more legitimacy than what it actually has. The United States Championship most definitely needed some more legitimacy brought to the title, so that's why they put it on John Cena and put it on TV each and every week. Haters can say whatever they want. They cannot deny the fact that John Cena has brought legitimacy to the United States Championship. I'll probably talk more about that. I'm thinking about doing a video on that one, guys. Only time will tell whether or not I will ultimately do a video on that. But anyway, to NXT, my overall score this week is going to be a 4 out of 5. I think the only worst segment of the night. I never thought I would say worst segment of the night ever on an NXT review, but I have one, and that's the appearance of Eva Marie. Because, honestly, who the hell cares about Eva Marie? And again, I say it again. This is the most time I have ever spent mentioning Eva Marie on one review. And I'll tell you what, she better have something damn good to offer in NXT. And she better have shown some real improvement thanks to Brian Kendrick's training. Or else she'll be wasting my time, she'll be wasting your time, she'll be wasting WWE's time, she'll be wasting the fans' time. And she'll definitely be wasting Brian Kendrick's time. Best match of the night, I gotta go to Finn Balor and Rhyno, and that was an amazing match. And again, I love that finish. That finish on the stage when they did the gore. And Finn Balor just took an amazing big bump on the stage from the gore. That was unbelievable seeing something like that. You know, and that's why I love NXT. You always see some great stuff. And I think this was the first review and the first time I've ever said we had a worst segment of the night. And that was, of course, for that Eva Marie crap. So, anyway, guys, we're going to go to social media real quick. Because, again, our old friend, Yale Vanderdrish did send in a review. I did let him know and let everyone know that, again, whenever I do reviews on here, guys, you can always send them in to social media on Facebook.com/WGS-TV and Twitter.com. At the WrestleGamer, and I will read them out loud on the review here as I'm trying to bring it up here on my phone's social media. And of course, it's never fast in here, especially when there's no internet connection. Nice beverage. All right, on to Yale's review. As we bring it up here. All right, Yale says, my review rating 3.5 out of 5. NXT opening with a recap video of Kevin Owens defeating John Cena at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view was good. Continues to the focus on Owens, though I'd like to see some confirmation now whether he's a main roster star or still an NXT star. I would like to know that too, yo. Breeze versus Rose, I guess this is sort of a grudge match from a few weeks back when they teamed against Balor and Itami, but isn't this a bit of a waste of time for Breeze? Nothing against Rose, but come on, Breeze deserves more than that. Seeing something like an NXT championship around his waist? The Eva Marie segment, why waste time on this? And that was something I brought up on the Facebook page last night during the coverage. This could have been easily been a WWE.com interview, and I agree with you on that one, yo. The the fans in attendance didn't like it, and I'm sure the viewers didn't like it either. I didn't like it either, yo. Eva taking time off for training with Brian Kendrick had better be worth it, and that's something I've already said on here. Otherwise, a pure genius as Kendrick could have used his time on training someone else. Alexa Bliss versus Carmella was genuinely surprised by both ladies. This might be the next top ladies in NXT when Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch are moving up. In my opinion, Bliss is a special kind of diva. Don't know why, but she has something. The Vaudevillians versus Jason Jordan and Marcus Louie. Good way to reintroduce, if I can learn to read, the Vaudevillians. Surprised to see that they are still fan favorites. They should work them back into the top of the NXT tag team division. Marcus Louie being the new tag partner of Jordan? Really? That's all I have to say about that. About it. A big fat nope. Finn Balor versus Rhyno. I love it when Balor is in the main event. He just simply oozes WWE superstar. Okay? Needed that out of my system. Balor taking on Rhyno was exactly what it should be. Balor picking up the win over the ECW original is a good thing for him. It really adds up on his resume. Yeah, it does. It really does. While preparing for a title match against Owens. Now, Yale has a question for me. With the title match announced for the Japan tour, do you think Balor will take the title off of Owens? With all the rumors going around that are stating that Kevin Owens has signed a main roster deal, more than likely, I would say so. I would say yes, that they would take the title off of Kevin Owens and officially move him up to the main roster, because, again, this is a rumor that has just been spreading like wildfire throughout the IWC about Kevin Owens signing a deal to be on the main roster. And he can't be on the main roster if he has a championship from your other promotion, which is NXT. All right, he says, my guess on it, I think this could happen for two reasons. This is what Yale says. It says, one, I think Owens making the jump to the main roster happened when he beat Cena so he could drop the title. Two, Smart Money would see Balor defeat Owens in Japan due to his history in the country. Japan is what made Balor great, so why not? I gotta agree with you. Balor made a name for himself as Prince Devitt, or Devitt, or however the pronunciation is, in Japan. So I think it would make sense for them to put the title on in Japan, where he made a name for himself. So, again, thank you very much, Yale. Again, guys and gals, whenever you send in your reviews to the Facebook page or Twitter, I will read them out loud for the sake of the review on here. So with that being said, what I want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on NXT this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of NXT this week? I definitely want to know what you guys out there have to say. Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to check out me on social media on Facebook.com/WGS-TV, Twitter at The WrestleGamer, and Instagram at The WrestleGamer. Be sure you check out my other videos, including Mid South Xtreme, every Saturday, 9 a.m. Central Time on here, and of course, Sunday through Friday, new gameplay videos, which, by the way, you can check out in the annotations at the end of this video, and the links will be provided in the description box below. So with that being said, I am the WrestleGamer, Double B Billy Bujo, saying we'll see ya at the next Warp Zone.